quite a little bit, and I see that that's the thing with content creation is it's not easy to keep it consistent, keep it going. But this is my journey to 1,000. I think this is episode 6. So there's a lot been happening in the world of AI. At the moment, I'm just trying to get my feel. I'm trying to learn the tools. I'm mostly using ClipChat. But one of the things, there's incredible stuff coming out at the moment, and I've been looking at everything on YouTube. Well, not everything, but there's a lot on ChatGPT. So if you don't know what ChatGPT is, it's an incredible development in AI, and you can basically ask questions like you would normally with Google, but then it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And you can ask questions within Google, and it's got quite a lot of things. So, for example, if you say, write me a speech about climate change, or write me a speech about icebergs. So, for example, you say, write me a speech about icebergs. Then ChatGPT takes that input and starts off your speech. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to speak to you today about one of the most fascinating and awe-inspiring natural wonders on our planet, icebergs. Icebergs are massive chunks of ice that have broken off from glaciers or ice shelves and have drifted into the ocean. So while you see this happening, this is just the tip of the iceberg of what ChatGPT can do. Once you've actually interrogated ChatGPT, you can go deeper and deeper and deeper. You can say, what are the biggest ones on Earth? And then it's context aware. So it's going to say the biggest icebergs on Earth are known as tabular icebergs. These massive flat topped icebergs can be up to hundreds of miles. So you get the picture. So if you asked it, draw me a table, listing the top 10 most famous icebergs, it will draw you a table of the top 10 most famous icebergs. So there you go. Iceberg name B125, A68, A2, C12. So I hope you have like a little taste of what this can do. I mean, this is such little bits of what ChatGPT can do. So basically, um, clever people at a company called OpenAI, openai.com, they developed this software. You can find it at chat.openai.com. And they basically took a huge data set of the world's information up until about 2021, sometime in 2021. And they basically made it in such a way using what's called natural language learning. Ugh, I'm messing it up, but this is part of my journey. So they took these large language models, and they've been able to make this AI basically intelligently give you the data and give you the info on the data. So you could say, write a Python script for me to export this to Excel. Okay, so you'll get this a lot at the moment because this was launched to the world for testing basically on the 30th of November 2022. And so it's now, today is the 22nd of Feb. So it's basically December, January, Feb, not even 3 months out in the open. So when you get this, you have to just click on refresh. What I did is I used Microsoft Edge. I went to chat.openai.com. And then when I was here, I came here to these three dots and I said apps and I said install app. And then I installed it as an app. And I found this a lot more handy, a lot more accessible. And so instead of opening it in a browser, I open it here as an app. And if we go back to the iceberg one, so these are all my chats. So there's lots of different chats that you can have with ChatGPT, and then it stores that information. It's good to note this information down, maybe keep it on a Google Doc or something, because the magic happens with the way that you structure your question and your prompting. It's a new industry has basically been birthed called prompt engineering, and so the way you teach the language model how to interpret your input can give you much better answers and insights. Sometimes ChatGPT might decline to answer you or say, oh, that's not possible to answer. But then if you ask it in a certain way and you say, hypothetically, if you were able to, then it will sometimes give you the answer to something that it might have avoided or not been able to express, just like I'm stumbling over my words. So write a Python script to export this table to Excel. So then normally I just copy, now refresh, and paste. There you go. All right. I actually saw something where they said it's good to write import underneath a prompt like that to immediately tell it. If you look here, it's basically now creating a Python script. It's using pandas library, and this is going to export this to Excel. So, I mean, you can just think of the use cases of something like this. And you can say, write me a Python script for the top 100 icebergs or something like that, where, yeah, so, okay, this will create an Excel file in the current directory. Okay, using pandas. Okay, so pip install pandas just to make sure you have installed the package that it uses. I'm opening Visual Studio Code. It's an amazing what they call IDE. So for example, I'm just saying new file. Now I'm just saying iceberg.py. .py tells VS Code that it's Python. You need to have Python installed on your system, which you can get at python.org, not python.com. That's a different site. And I've just pasted this here, and then I'm setting Control S to save, and then it takes away the dot. Okay, so this has been saved. I think I already have pandas, so I'm going to right click here, and I'm going to say run Python file in the terminal. It's going to run this program. And then it should output an Excel file here if all works well. Okay, so now it's busy processing, busy working through it. I'm hoping that my videos will be more polished in the future. Yeah, there's iceberg data. It's an Excel file, and then open with. Okay, let me quickly just navigate there. Um, Documents code, and then Python GPT, and there's the chess apps. Usually I would have made a folder for it. Right click, show more options. Always good to scan everything that you download or create, in my opinion. Maybe, again, no current threads. Okay, so let's open the Excel document. Like, there you go. So, yeah, location size, and there we've created a Python script to export the data. So, I mean, this is just like baby steps, but I think it's if you're a bigger programmer or a better programmer and you really understand programming, or if you work a lot with data, I think that this could be quite valuable. Okay, so what do I want to do from there? Okay, I'm going to close that, and then okay. So Microsoft, they've got this thing called the new Bing. So if you go to bing.com, you can request to be put on a wait list, and then Microsoft will basically um, put you on a wait list where you basically have similar functionality to ChatGPT, but uh, with, within your browser or going to Bing. So there you go to chat. This video is horrible, but I hope there's some insight that you get from it. And then, what are the three pros and cons of selling? But yesterday, I got this from a YouTuber where it's Microsoft Edge Insider. So if you go to Microsoft Edge insider.com, you can download the developer Edge, and you'll see this one that says Dev, and you actually get the Bing chat right within your browser. So you can actually say, um, uh, is Edge or Chrome better? Just for example, let's see what they say. I would expect Microsoft to say Edge is better, but also you can get it to understand the context of what's on your screen and stuff like that. Lots of much better YouTube videos on this whole thing. I rather just go on YouTube, ChatGPT, but this is part of my process in getting it. So I don't mind this fail, this flop. Hello, this is Bing. That's a good question. According to it, both Edge and Chrome are popular. Blah blah blah. And then you can say Yeah. Anyways, you can ask, yeah, they give you prompts. You can dive deeper just like you can with ChatGPT. But I think that's going to be all for this video.